Have you ever felt so consumed by anger, pain, or bitterness that it felt like a heavy burden on your soul? These emotions, though natural, can become like weights, holding us back and clouding our vision. They can even lead us down paths we never intended to tread. Let's consider the biblical story of Cain and Abel. In the book of Genesis, we are told of two brothers. Abel, the shepherd, found favor in the eyes of the Lord, while Cain, the farmer, did not. This incited a jealousy in Cain so profound that he ended up taking his brother's life. His anger, his resentment, they became his downfall. Now, we may not be in Cain's exact shoes, but the essence of the story rings true. Anger, pain, bitterness, these are burdens we sometimes carry, often to our detriment. They can lead us to actions and decisions we later regret. Just like Cain, we may find ourselves trapped by our anger and bitterness. But remember, there is a way out. What if I told you the weight you're carrying can be lifted, that you can find peace in letting go? Imagine a servant, burdened by a debt so vast it could never be repaid. When his master forgives this debt, the servant finds a moment of unexpected grace. This parable from Matthew's Gospel is an allegory for the divine forgiveness offered to us. It's not just about absolving the sins of others, but about releasing the weight of anger, pain, and bitterness we carry within us. Embracing forgiveness is a transformative act. It's a journey, not just a destination. It's a process that begins with a choice to let go, to release the negative emotions that anchor us to the past. In doing so, we free ourselves from the chains of resentment, finding peace and liberation in the process. Just as the servant was forgiven his debt, we too can find freedom and forgiveness. So, how do we let go of these burdensome emotions and find peace within ourselves? The answer lies within the wisdom of the Bible. The first step is seeking reconciliation. As Matthew chapter 5 verse 24 teaches us, leave your gift there before the altar and go. First be reconciled to your brother, and then come and offer your gift. Next, we must learn to pray for those who have hurt us. In the book of Luke chapter 6 verse 28, we are instructed to bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. This act of kindness can dissolve the bitterness that binds us. Lastly, we must strive to replace our negative emotions with love and kindness. Ephesians chapter 4 verses 31 and 32 remind us to get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Remember, letting go is a journey, not a destination. Each step you take brings you closer to peace. What does the Bible promise us when we choose to let go and forgive? The scriptures are clear, my friends. They paint a vivid picture of the tranquil life that awaits us when we choose the path of forgiveness. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus tells us, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." With these words in Matthew 5 verse 9, he assures us that our efforts to resolve conflicts and harbor no ill will are not in vain. Then there's Psalm 147 verse 3 where it says, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." This divine promise of healing is not just for physical ailments, but also for the deep-seated emotional wounds that we carry. Letting go of anger, pain, and bitterness is not just about improving our mental and emotional health. It's about spiritual growth. It's about becoming closer to God. In letting go, we open ourselves to God's healing and the peace that surpasses all understanding.